you for purchasing my template. If you hear this and you're like, okay, I'm out of here, you actually can get the template pretty cheap on Etsy. The link is in the description if that's something you might be interested in. And then you can come back and learn how to make this heart poster. Once you head over to Adobe Express, you will want to sign up for a free account and log in. And you will head down to Remove Background. And here, this will appear, and you drag and drop your images into that folder, and it will remove the background for you. You have to do one at a time for this. So you go ahead and download. If you didn't sign up prior, it will prompt you here to do so, but if you did, then you're good to go, and it will download to your downloads folder. And you're going to go back and grab those really soon and put them in Canva. I'm just going to do a couple with you just to kind of show you how it can turn out. So here's another one. I like how that one went. So every once in a while, you'll do one and you will not like how it turned out, in which case you will need to pick another photo, which is a good reason to have the template in the first place. Over in Canva, this is what it looked like on the Etsy listing, but that is not what it will look like when you get it. When you get it, it will have all of these picture boxes. I already imported some of my photos because that will make it a little bit faster for us to work through it. But they will all be these picture boxes with the cloud and the grass and everything. So you want to fill them with photos. So you're going to go to Uploads, and you're going to hit Upload Files, and then you're going to get everything from your Downloads file and put it in, or you can drag and drop it in. That also works. I've already done that, as you can see. We're going to go ahead and place the rest of them. To do that, you just grab a hold of your image and slide it in, and the picture box will grab it. That's what they're designed for. They're awesome like that. You're just going to do that for every single one. As you can see, I only had to do it for 2. You'll have to do it for all of them. And we're going to make them fit good. So you're going to go around and make every image fit how you want it to fit. And how you do that by double clicking the box and grabbing one of these bounding boxes and pulling on it. You don't want to just click once, because then you will manipulate the box, and the box is part of the design, which you don't want to do. Just to see what's behind there, the colors are all behind these boxes. So if something were to happen, one, you can either pull that back and try to line it up with the box that's underneath it. But if it was a much bigger mistake, you can just go up here to undo. These little arrows up here, undo. Oops, I didn't want to go that far, redo. So that's what that's for. All right, so I want to show you here, if you get an image that imports on its side, which can happen, you want to take the little arrows there and you turn it, and there you can make it right side up. It'll also help guide you with the degrees, if you see on the left there. So 90 straight up and down. So then you're going to fill that. And this one's going to go a little bit above the box because we want this one to pop out. This is probably going to be your most recent image if you're doing this in a growing up chronological, you're doing Sweet 16 or 30th birthday, 50th birthday, what have you. You could just do all pictures of current now if you want to as well. So the next thing we want to do is edit each photo individually. And we do so by double clicking the image as before, sometimes a couple times. If it doesn't, you want to see the little shadow of the around what you're not seeing in the box. That's how you know you've just got the image. And you're going to go into adjust, and every image is going to be brightness, contrast, shadows, blacks, and maybe a little bit of clarity. Not always though. That is something you want to eyeball. So you're going to do that for every single image really fast. We're going to run through and do that. Once you have all the images done, we're going to start to do the duotone, and we're going to go into edit photo, and you're going to go to FX, then down here at the bottom, duotone. I've already done this one, but I'm going to show you. The highlights are the background color of your box. So you grab your dropper tool and head over and just color that in. Now I'll show you on a different one. The highlights are going to be green. So you're going to click on the green box, and you're just going to go around and do that for every single one. When you get to the middle one, that formula is a little different though. We were doing the highlights are the background box color. In this one, your highlights are actually going to be white, and your shadows are going to be the background color. And then from here, you're always going to want to go back into adjust and mess around with your contrast and your shadows and your blacks, and possibly even add some clarity in there just to really get that grungy effect. When you did some of them, you may have noticed they didn't come out exactly like you wanted them to, like the reds. You would just go in and pop up your brightness a little, maybe bring down your contrast, bring down your shadows, and bring down your blacks, but not too much. So like when we do that, that doesn't look good. So you want to get it just right. Maybe you don't like a certain era. Maybe you just aesthetically prefer them in a different color. I'm not judging, whatever. So you're going to go into position and you're going to go to layers. Down here, we have all the colored boxes. So changing it is as easy as changing the box. So in order to change that, you just find the color that you want changed right there. And you go up to color, this little plus sign, which is you're going to find the color in your document. So you want to add it. You're going to get the dropper. And what color do you want it? Do you want it blue? Let's say you wanted it blue. So it's blue. Now you're going to go back into edit photo. You're going to go to effects. You're going to go back into duotone because now you have to change the duotone from what it was to what you want it, which is blue. You can change all this text if you want, but just by double clicking it. If you want to change the size of this font, you just go up here, plus or minus, bring it down, bring it up. You can change this text down here as well, just by double clicking. If you want to change the font, you don't like the font, go up here and scroll through. There's lots of fonts to choose from if for some reason you don't like anything about this. So this here, you're going to want to stretch it, and you have to do it in Photoshop. It's the only way to do it. You're going to add a page. You're going to take this font box. First, you're going to change your name to whatever your name is, and then you're going to take it and put it over here. Definitely make sure you change your name first. You're going to turn it on its side just so that it has a lot of space to work with, and make sure you're at 90. Make it really big. Go up to share, go up to download, and then keep the size as it is. And you don't want all the pages. You just want the page that has that text box that you're going to manipulate, and you're going to download it. Once you have your name inside of Photoshop, it is now an element that we can transform. So we're going to grab this bounding box here. We're going to hold down Shift and just pull on it. Make sure you're holding down Shift, and you make it as tall as you want. And then this is a slightly different background than some of my other invitations. A lot of them are just white or black. This are posters. This is a multicolor one, so we need to remove the background. So how you do that is you go up onto the left to the magic wand tool. It looks like a little magic wand, and it does magic. That's why you click on the white and it will select all the white, and you just hit delete. And then you will have to go around, and if your name has little areas that need to be removed, once that's done, you want to save this, and you want to save it as exactly how you imported it. It's a ping, that way it'll keep the transparent background. So you just Command S, and it should save it right back down to your downloads folder, and you'll be able to import it back into Canva. Now you're back here in Canva, and you have uploaded it. You're going to upload it the same way you did all your photos. You're going to place it in here, and you're just going to stretch it out to the size that you want it. So I've already done all of that for you, and now we can just manipulate the size. Now you will not be able to change the text once you do this, and that's why it's important to get everything right the first time you do it, or else you will have to start over from scratch, which is not very hard to do. And again, if something occurs, the fonts that are in this are called, this one's Abril Fat Face. This one is, I can't say it, but it's Montserrat Classic. This one up here is Amsterdam 1. And again, right here we have Abril Fat Face. Yeah. I love it. Look at it. It really is Abril Fat Face. Okay. The background's also editable. Let's say you don't like this background, you can delete it as well. So you just click on the background. If you're not sure you have the background, you would go into your layers, scroll down, make sure you've got it, and then you can just get rid of it. If you want it to be a solid color, you would click on that background. You can go into background color, and you can pick your color, whatever color you want. Let's say you wanted it to be blue because that's your favorite era. Let's say you want something totally different as the background. You can go over here to elements, and you can type in what you want. Now, if you have a free account, you'll only see the free stuff. I see the pro stuff as well, which is the stuff with the little little crowns on it, which you would not have access to, but you will have access to a lot. So let's say you wanted, I don't know, a tie-dye background. Got to spell it right. Tie-dye background. And you're going to go in here. I want it to be a photo. So I'm going to click here. I am going to filter out the pro stuff so that I see what you see. And I love this. So we're going to use that. So we're just going to click it and put it in there. We're going to make it big by grabbing the bounding boxes like we did when we positioned our other stuff. And that's really cool looking. And you click off of it. And then you want to send it to the back because right now it's in the front. So you're back here in your layers and you're going to take that layer and you just drag it all the way to the back. You want to make sure you're under text, under all of that, so you can see everything that you did. And that looks really super cool. So one thing I would recommend as a designer, but this is, again, your call, is you might want to mess with the transparency of this background. So up here, this is the transparency. And just by doing this, we can get rid of it. Now we still have a blue background back there because we did that. So that is fun if you wanted to do that. Or let's say you didn't actually want that black background, you just forgot, like I did. You go to that layer and then go up to color and just change it to white or change it to black or anything you want. Purple looks really cool. Pink will look really fun. So the sky's the limit. You can change the fonts to a different font up in here. You can change the size of the fonts. You can change the color of the fonts. You can change the spacing of the fonts, letter spacing, far out. This is actually called kerning for those of you who might care, which is probably nobody. All right, so there you have it, and have fun.